So today we're doing Plastic City or Plasticity. I don't know which one. Let's go. So, Plasticity or Plastic City. This is a game that wears its inside references and inspiration on its sleeve and is essentially a 2D, somewhat puzzle, somewhat platformer. The game's controls are a bit wonky, and the area to interact with objects is extremely precise, and most of the time the animations look very bizarre when you interact with the elements in the background and the foregrounds. Well, I guess it's all in the background. It's it's a very two-dimensional game, but the 3D makes it a bit confusing. The animations for most of the entire run through of the game bug and glitch in a way that's kind of funny to look at, especially when you end up throwing stuff. But it really detracts from the tone of the game that's supposed to be especially somber. And it is a 20-minute runtime to play through the game once, but there are two different endings in the game, so theoretically you could get 40 minutes of enjoyment, and I use that word in air quotation marks, out of this game. The way that the multiple endings work is by completing different scenarios throughout the game. And I'm leading into spoiler territory now, so if you wouldn't like to be full on spoiled, you can click away. But the whole game is about littering and the like, and the way you get the good ending is by cleaning up any garbage that you see along your route, even if it looked obvious or not. And that creates a nice little narrative feedback loop of that picking up trash only takes seconds to do, but if you did it, it leads to the good ending, showing you how easy it is in practice, but just that no one does that. Now, the problem with this narrative is that it doesn't comment ever at all of these huge corporations that are doing pumping the plastic into the ocean. That's a big part of the game, or leaving just the general amount of pollution from large corporations. This game really focuses on the individual, and by way of the game, it claims that if the individual did their part picking up bottles on the side of the road, then we wouldn't have to worry about pollution in a sense, and that lives would be saved. That's how this game goes. And I think that's really fraught and not exactly the point, but that's the point that it ends up making. Now, when it comes to your backlogs, where would I recommend keeping this? Unfortunately, I would say to drop it, take it off the backlog. It is a good proof of concept of a game perhaps to come, but my advice would be, if they end up making another game, is to check out that one and not to check out Plasticity or Plastic City.